time for me to clock you guys. I'm going to say it like it is. Reconciliation, them coming back, boom, pow, it can happen. But how do we know with our dear card, Anat, which is the Wheel of Fortune, how do we know that we are not repeating cycles? As simple as that. Right? I specifically want you to acknowledge that everything they did to you, all the pain that they put you through, the universe, God, the aliens, whoever you believe in, is keeping tabs. Recognize that, and they're going to have their karma, or they're going to have their justice. I specifically also want you to acknowledge that you deep down were dissatisfied in this connection. You deep down were dissatisfied in this relationship. And there's people out there that are willing to recognize that for you. There's new love happening for you. As simple as that. But I do want you to acknowledge that maybe it's time to giving energy. It's time to give energy to people that deserve it instead of people that don't. Instead of the people that cannot offer you a proper foundation. We have Taurus, Aries, Capricorn, and we have Aquarius. Let's dive in. I'm gonna say like it is. Matter of fact, what happens if I do tell you, hey, they miss you? Hey, they're going to walk back in, right? But then we also have to acknowledge that you guys are going to be repeating the same cycles, right? And the reason I specifically say that it's because the energy being the Tower of this reading not only signifies that this is truly not going to have the foundation you're looking for, right? Or not even that. Maybe you can offer them the foundation they're looking for, but how do we specifically know they can offer you the foundation that you need in life? You see what I specifically mean? And like I'm telling you, no other reader will tell you this. Like no other reader will literally say, oh yes, they miss you, they love you, they want you back, but they're not going to tell you. They could miss you, they could love you, but the same cycles are going to repeat because there's no change happening from them, right? There's change happening from you. And I specifically know you know that because after your breakup, you said, F it, I'm going to completely change myself. I'm going to work on myself and I'm going to make sure I build the foundation you were never able to build for me. Now you see how that makes sense now? But how do we know that they're doing the same things? I specifically feel like they're not. As simple as that. I specifically feel like they're not doing that. Right? Let's go ahead and see the zodiac signs real quick for this reading. Taurus, Aries, Capricorn, and Aquarius. Right? So I want you to like acknowledge that for a bit. Right? And I'm not telling you, hey, they're missing you. No, we don't know that yet. We still got to get more cards to specifically know that. But like I'm telling you, if that reconciliation happens, how do we know that we're not going to repeat the same cycles? Right? But I specifically want to see how you're feeling about them at this moment in time. How are you feeling about them at this moment in time? Okay, before I dive any deeper, I already saw the card. This specific tarot card deck has the card Anat. Anat is literally the meaning of something being reborn again and happening all over again. You see this? If you and this person get back together, you guys are going to repeat the same cycles. And that's one thing that I can specifically tell you. And that's why I want to clock you. Look, I want you to acknowledge that when you were specifically with them or when you were specifically dating them, you didn't feel recognized. You didn't feel loved. You didn't feel cared for. And you were specifically the one that was being dissatisfied in this connection. Or you were completely being dissatisfied within yourself because you let a human step over you. I want you to acknowledge that with the Six of Wands, there's people out there that recognize your power. There's people out there that find you beautiful. So if you want new love, go get that new love. Go get that new guy. Go get that new girlfriend. But overall, with the Four of Cups, if you guys reconnect, if you choose to let them back in, the only person that's going to be dissatisfied in this connection is going to be you. Why? Because you want them to recognize you. You want them to basically treat you like they're the love of their life. But I don't think you're realizing that what you see in them is what you would do if you were in their shoes. And I specifically want you to acknowledge that, right? I specifically want you to know that with the Four of Cups and with the Six of Wands. that beauty that you recognize in them is the beauty that you have for yourself, right? And I'm gonna say it like it is. They find you attractive. They like your qualities. With the Six of Wands, that's why they want to be part of your life. But the real question is, with the Four of Cups, are you willing to be dissatisfied? Are you willing to not be recognized for the amazing human being that you are? That's what I specifically want to engrave in your mind. There's people out there that are willing to recognize that for you with a knot, which also means new cycles, but it also means cycles repeating themselves, right? Because a knot in this tarot deck is the Wheel of Fortune. So yes, it can happen, but at the same time, are we repeating the same cycles, right? Go ahead and give me more info. Hay más información. Hay más información. Hay más información. We have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords specifically being part of this deck with the Justice, what they put you through, they're going to basically, how do I tell you this? The universe, God, whoever you believe in, is going to take its tabs. They're going to be put through hardships in their life, and they're maybe even doing it right now. That's why things are not changing. Okay, I want you to acknowledge that with the Five of Swords specifically being right here, we have this energy of you feel like you lost, but they're still looking at you. Okay, because in the actual depiction is a guy looking back at the person that was defeated. So yes, you lost somebody. Yes, but you lost somebody and you're walking away. You're doing better for yourself, and you specifically acknowledge that, but they're still looking at you. And it means that they put you through all these mental battles. You don't need to go again. You don't need to repeat them, right? With the Justice being right here, don't worry. And with the Six of Wands, the universe recognizes what they did to you, and specifically the mental state that you were on when you were in this relationship. So the universe is keeping tabs, and the universe is going to make sure everything plays out like it needs to play out. With the Justice and with the Six of Wands, you recognize that you deserve more, that you want more, and that you are more. So yes, if reconciliation happens, how do we know you're not repeating the same cycles? How do we know with a knot, they're not putting you through the same thing? How do you know that there's not another person out there waiting to recognize how beautiful and powerful you are? My name is Noé. I'm the Tarot Vaquero. And it's time to stop giving people the energy that they're not willing to give to you back with the Six of Pentacles. Cuídate mucho. Cuídate demasiado.